I got shortlisted for Kulfi, for which I came from Delhi to Mumbai, who I am today. Because managing things and everything, I think acting has taught me that. So, it's really important to always have a positive mindset and a, positive view on things. Whether you're going through like hardships or difficult times, you always have to remember that I will stand strong and I will come back stronger. I went to South Africa for an event. It was related to my serial Kulfi, which has not only received love from India but also from different countries. That is what really matters. Trying again, even after a failure, that has taught me more than what achieving something in the first go has. That's when I realized that manifestation is not just about wanting to be something, but it's actually about believing in things. It's like, this dress looks nice. The next day, I got it as a gift. Like, things like that have happened to me. That's only the power of manifestation. Thinking, wanting, and believing in something, and then actually getting it. I believe everyone deserves to know about the magic of manifestation, on what you can do just with your own thoughts.
Manifestation is something that helps you achieve what you want. And it's kind of like a balance of gratitude, positivity, mindful thinking. All of it kind of comes together to manifest.
Hi, I'm Kaavya Ramani, a Bollywood actress, best-selling author, and a success mentor based in New York. Manifest WishCraft Conversations is a podcast series on manifestation where I explore the true meaning of success through conversations with inspiring people from around the world. This podcast is also available on Spotify. If this resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and share this episode with 3 more people. It might change their life and yours too. To learn more and be a part of this growing global movement, please search Manifest with Kaavya Ramani. This is my website. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Manifest Wishcraft Conversations. And today's episode is extra special because my guest is not only a brilliant young actress but also my very best friend and partner in creativity from our time together in Paapnashini Ganga. Please welcome Aakriti Sharma. Aakriti first stole hearts as a lead in the surplus show Kullfi Kumarr Bajewala, where she played the talented young Kulfi. Since then, she has grown into multi-talented performer, excelling in acting, classical dance, theater, sharing her journey on her YouTube channel. Akriti is also an author now, inspiring young girls to embrace their magic, manifest their dreams, and step into their glow era. And she balances her studies, including completing her 10th board exams, and alongside her acting and creative projects, all while staying grounded and connected to her inner vision. Today, we are going to dive into her journey, her creativity, and the whole process and her secrets for manifesting her dreams while inspiring young audiences everywhere. Akriti, it's amazing to have you here today.
Truly, it's an honor of mine as well. I waited so long to be here, and finally, my time has come, so I'm really happy. But first of all, I'd like to say namaste and hello to everyone. Kavya has already stated many things, but yes, I'm Akriti and I'm really excited to be here. So let's start.
All right. First of all, I'm truly happy, not only because you're here today, but because, of course, we do, we are connected online for daily, but this is kind of like first time in maybe months that we're talking, in person, face to face.
Yeah, face to
So it's kind
face.
of like really amazing to have you and, look at you. And we're going to talk for straight maybe 40 minutes or an hour. So it's going to be amazing.
Yes, truly. Let's start.
All right, so let's just get started. My very first question is basically going to be, how did this journey of yours begin? Like maybe as an actress or, in the career path of acting. How did the passion start? And how did Kufi start?
Actually, I think it started back when I was like 2, 3 years old. Because ever since then, I used to watch TV with my mother. And I used to watch TV and I used to be like, they look really cool doing that. They portray so many emotions, they play different characters. And I was just really curious about how they do it and how, in every single scene there's a different emotion, there are many lines, sometimes there are monologues and everything. So I was really fascinated by that, so I told my mom and dad, and they were like, okay, if you are interested in this, we will totally support you. So like they took me to get my auditions done. But I have to say it wasn't easy at all, because I remember giving so many auditions, and then I got shortlisted for Kulfi, for which I came from Delhi to Mumbai for the first time traveling with my mom. So we left everyone, like my brother and my father, at home, and we came to Mumbai, and truly it was like really nerve wracking. We were nervous and we were like, we don't know what it's like in Mumbai. It's a new city for us. And just traveling everywhere by ourselves, staying in hotels, hostels. We didn't really know much about, the whole process of how things are done. So we were truly like, okay, let's just see where it goes. We'll try our best. Even if I don't get selected at the end, we were just happy to know that I was shortlisted for like the whole process, because there had been many auditions for the role of Kulfi. I heard that they were searching since the past 3 4 months, and they weren't able to find someone. So I was like, I will give my best. This is what I like doing, and this is what I love. So I was like, let's just give it a go, and the rest is history.
And what age were you when you got into Kofi?
When Kulfi started, I was 6 7 years old. So it started back in 2016 17, I think.
Wow. And at a very young age, you started your acting journey, and I feel kind of when you are starting at a young age, the experience you gain is kind of multiplied, right?
Yes.
So how did getting into the acting field and getting the exposure really young help you become kind of wise or mature, I can say? How did that happen?
Definitely, I would say, when you're an actor, it is really important that you learn to balance your personal life and the life that you have in acting, or your characters, or even managing like shoots, schools, some brand deals, or something like that, going to events and, public appearances. You have to manage everything. And when I joined, I was really, really young. So I'm really grateful that I had my mother by my side. Like, she was with me 24/7, like on the sets, whether I'm going to an event or something, like wherever I go, like wherever I went, my mom was there with me always. So, it was truly a blessing to have her with me. And as I joined Kulfi, it was my first ever project. So, I think it's really surprising to say that I wasn't nervous at that time. I was really excited to, get into acting. And I think that's what the directors of Kulfi really loved. They were always so encouraging and inspiring. They taught me many things, like everything that I know right now. All of it started in Kulfi, like the basics of acting, like how you deliver a line, how you memorize things. All of that, they really helped me. So I think that has, had a really important impact and significance on my life and who I am today. Because managing things and everything, I think acting has taught me that.
Right. And obviously, when you're starting at a very young age, and then you have this pure intention of doing something that you like, and being positive always, this kind of connects you to the universe. And I mean, I feel so that, the universe is kind of supporting you. And always, for me and you both, I feel like the first shows that we had were really supportive for us, and we got to learn so much. And you said, memorizing and, delivering lines and the cues and being not nervous at all of these are like kind of the symptoms, or I can say the signs that help you know that the universe was supporting you in a way. But also, I because I opened up the topic of positivity, how does that kind of help you go through tough times, or I mean, tough or ups and downs, all of these have to come in your life. So the positivity and gratitude, and how does all these things kind of help you balance your life?
I think in our life there are many ups and downs. Not all days are happy, but not all days are sad. So, it's really important to always have a positive mindset and a, positive view on things. Whether you're going through like hardships or difficult times, you always have to remember that I will stand strong and I will come back stronger. So I think that mindset has really helped me, whether it's studying or acting, whether I'm not able to do a particular scene while acting. That mindset has really helped me that it's okay, just take a breath, take a few seconds, and you can do it. So it's really important to know that, whenever something feels like it's going wrong, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, not everything is going to be all right. You have to believe in yourself, and that is the main thing that I always remind myself is believe in yourself, you got this.
Yeah, and when you talk about believing in yourself and the self trust and self belief that you have, how do you always balance acting and dancing and theater, YouTube, writing and school, all of these so well? How do you do that?
Honestly, it's very difficult, and people ask me all the time how I do it. Acting, not only acting, studies, then, as you know, I have a creative mind. I love dancing, I love arts and craft, and currently I'm also learning tabla, some classical instruments as well. So, managing it all can be really difficult. But one thing that I've really learned is focusing on what's important at the moment. Like, if I have to get my homework done by like 2 p.m., I'll try to finish it the earliest I can. Then focus on the things that are really important, then managing everything throughout the week. Like, I have a few classes on Monday, then few on Saturday. So, really dividing it and distributing it throughout the week, I think that really helps managing everything.
So time management and all of it matters a lot. And I know
It
being,
does.
in school myself, it's just kind of a lot on the plate, but at the same time, you don't want to get rid of anything.
Hmm.
Like you want to do everything at the same time, and then you kind of just get this strength to manage the time. And I love it how you're, all doing everything and managing it, and yet taking time for yourself. So, which we talk about theater now, right? It's kind of interesting to know that you're acting in theater too now. Which kind of theater shows did you perform in, and how did it feel, kind of performing live?
Actually, I was really excited to experience what theater would feel like because I've always wondered because nothing is scripted, like it is scripted, but nothing is recorded. So all of it has to be live. Like, if there is a crying scene, you have to cry on the first go. You don't get retakes. So that was really different about theater. Like, everything is just live and you have to do it at once. So, it is really important to rehearse everything again and again. And I think we really did that. And the response was really great on our first show. And even on the show that we performed in Delhi. So, I was a part of Nayika Bhumika, which was like a composition of four stories by Rabindranath Tagore. And I feel they were so wonderfully portrayed by my guru. So I think that was really an unique and different experience for me.
Actually, when you talk about experience, it's really beautiful because when you start your journey young and then till now, it's a really long journey, even when you talk about just being 16 or 15. So, in this whole big journey of yours, there must have been many funny or memorable moments that made you, really happy and made your life really cool in ways. So, any memories that you have from sets or stage that, stand out to you, which were really fun?
I particularly remember I went to South Africa for an event. It was related to my serial Kulfi, which has not only received love from India but also from different countries like Indonesia and South Africa. So we went to South Africa for an event, and like something extraordinary happened. Like, while my song was playing, I invited the kids in the audience to come up on the stage and we danced together hand in hand, and it was just such a beautiful moment that I remember
Aw.
till this day. Like little kids and kids my age, everyone just dancing together hand in hand to the song of my serial Kulfi, and it was just such a wonderful memory that I'll always cherish and remember.
Oh, that's so sweet. And it's always amazing to, make people happy. And
Definitely.
it's just a beautiful thing to do, and helping people bring smiles to their faces. It's really amazing. And kind of now talking about, happiness that we're talking about. So how does, being around people and communicating with people and socializing kind of help you not feel down in your tough times, if there were any? And if any, did you find any tough times in your life?
I think whenever we go to tough times, it's really important to talk with your family, discuss the topic that you are struggling with, or maybe there's something that's upsetting you. You should always talk about it. It's really hard when you suppress your emotions and, it just bottle ups, and that can get a toll on your life, and that's really not what you want to do. So I feel like whenever there is something that's bothering me, or I'm like, I'm not too sure about this, I'm not sure if it's going great or if it's all right, I just talk to my parents, I talk to my family, and they reassure me that it's all right, it's okay. Sometimes some things don't go the way we imagine, and that's all right. We can try again, and that is what really matters. Trying again, even after a failure, that has taught me more than what achieving something in the first go has. So that's really important, I think.
Yes, definitely. I 100% agree with what you said. And also kind of having people around you and knowing that they're there for you and they'll help you if you need and they'll listen to you. And obviously, I feel that I mean, I do have my parents, but one of the people that I have to talk to is is you. And it's so amazing to, you know, just l- talk and just, let it out and it's just too amazing to have someone to talk to and have someone to express your feelings to and have someone to have fun with. It's just
Yeah.
so amazing. And as we know, our friendship goes back to Paapnashini Ganga. That's the first time I met you. Oh my god, I remember it. Um so I first saw you in Kullfi Kumarr, obviously, but you're the person who, like, whenever you see them, it's just really amazing, and you feel that this person has a really pure vibe and a really pure energy that helps you stay connected with them, and you have this so beautiful and pure vibe that I feel. And when we met in Papnashini Ganga, and we immediately, like, we connected as like besties kind of, and we started meeting, and somehow now I came to New York, but the friendship is still going, and I just feel that it's really amazing to have a friend who's like same as you and weird as you. So, all right, enough about friendship, but I love having you as a friend, by the way. When did you start believing in manifestation? Because I know you do believe in manifestation, and I know all these things that you have around you for manifesting. So, how does it change your life?
I remember when I was like 10 or 11 years old. That is when I first heard the word manifestation. I was like, okay, that seems cool. What does that mean? I was completely unaware of the word that was going to change my life. So I was like, okay, let's dig deeper. Let's get to know what this means. So I think I heard someone say that you don't become what you want to become, but rather you become what you believe in. And that truly like shifted the way that I saw things and I believed in. So that's when I realized that manifestation is not just about wanting to be something, but it's actually about believing in things. So that was really something that changed my view on things and my perception on life.
Wow. And as you said, you were open to learning what it meant. And that kind of curiosity that got to you, and it got the better of you, and you just wanted to learn what it meant. And I was just talking to, a guest of mine in the previous episode, and we were talking that learning and being open the doors, keeping the doors open to learning and being ready to learn and getting the more information keeps you more and more aware and knowledgeable and wise. And that's what happened in your case, right? You heard of the word and you got to know what manifestation means. And now that we are talking about manifestation, have you manifested a goal exactly as you imagined it, like literally? And can you share the story?
I think there has been many moments in my life, whether it is like my acting career, which is I manifested it without even knowing what it meant. I always believed in that, I could be an actor someday. I just need to work hard towards it. I need to showcase my talent to the world. That's what I believed in. And Now I'm an actor. So there has been many moments, like whether it's something that I saw the other day, I was like, this dress looks nice. The next day I got it as a gift. Like things like that have happened to me, and that's truly insane, and something like that's only the power of manifestation. Thinking, wanting, and believing in something, and then actually getting it.
Yes, and it's just so beautiful and so amazing because now that we're talking about manifestation, and there's another thing that I've just discovered, that the same thing has happened to both of us. And I'd just like to share my story for a second. Manifestation has been a part of my life forever, but as you said, little things, like literally one day I want to get something, or let's say the Stanley that I got, in fact the gift that I got was kind of a
Yeah.
manifestation for me, which was obviously completed by my parents. But things like that make manifestation and the belief of yours in manifestation stronger. And it's just so beautiful that, you know knowing that manifestation is actually working, and yet doing it perfectly every time and not messing it up is so amazing. And you said that unknowingly you manifested being an actress. What's that story?
Basically, as I said, ever since I was little, I used to, look at the screen and be like, maybe that could be me one day. And truly, that dream has come true. And now I'm an actor. I always believed that I could do something like this. I used to say to my mother, like, they look really cool doing that, and I want to do that. So, I used to learn all those monologues and everything. So, even I took a lot of effort into it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I memorized pages and pages of monologues. We recorded it, we posted it on YouTube. I think 10 years ago, I started my channel, and the first video was of me dancing when I was like 4 years old. So,
Oh my god.
ever since then, I think not like more than 10 years, I think 13 years maybe. So, like, that was my first video of me dancing when I'm 4 years old. And my mom literally just recorded that video and uploaded it. And now I look back and I realize that the fire that I had in me, I always was like, why am I learning with the kids? I want to dance how the adults are dancing. Like, their steps, they seem difficult. I want to do that. I don't want to do all this and that. I was always, keen on learning more and learning more difficult things and always trying to improve myself. So I think that has always been a goal of mine. When I've achieved something, I want to achieve even greater things. So I think that is what keeps your fire alive in you, and that's what motivates you to do better.
That, like, that ignites the motive and the willpower to do more. And you must have noticed I was so shocked in when you were talking. It was because you started and you like made videos and uploaded it. The same thing happened to me. And
Oh.
this is yeah, I was four, literally, like, I mean, maybe, yeah, exactly four when I started.
Oh.
My mom and my dad helped me make videos and post online on YouTube. And my very first video was also maybe dance, or maybe an audition, or like a script that my mom made. And that's how I got into acting too.
I think it's crazy just how much our parents support us. And they
Exactly.
always encourage us, like, you're doing great, let's make a video of it. We can showcase it to the world. And I think that's the first step we all took to
I think
this big
somehow,
journey.
exactly. And like somehow everything has just come into place for us. I mean, obviously we have to do the hard work, but support from outside for us to go and do what we want to do. And then we are so lucky to have parents like the ones that we have, and the support that they do, and just the hard work that they put into our journeys, into our career. It's so divine. So, it's just perfect. Like, type of parents that we have, and the type of people we are, we just come together and make the perfect match, and we just rock, right? That's what is
Yeah.
happening in our case too. Like, it's just so amazing. Oh my! I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop doing the amazing thing now. So, huh, now let's talk about your dancing journey because you started it. So, how does classical dance, Kathak, and you have learned many other forms too, Maybe what was it? Salsa?
Yeah, I did a bit of salsa, a bit of hip hop. So I'm always open to new things. I'm like, I want to learn everything. That's why I'm even learning instruments. So I'm like, okay, I'm dancing, I'm acting. I want to learn instruments as well. So I'm always open to new things, and I'm like, okay, that looks cool. I want to do that. So I always look forward to interesting in new things, and currently also I'm looking forward to learning more dance styles and exploring dance even more because it's just so vast and beautiful.
Yeah, it's just, and kind of, I mean, for me, dance is like your safe space. It's like
Exactly.
it's like you're relieved. You don't have to think much while you do dance. How is Kathak, or specifically any kind of classical dance that you like doing, how does that kind of shape your expression as a performer? Because expression is a really big part of dancing too. And how does that make you confident enough to do the acting part?
I think even before I started acting, I was already doing Kathak when I was younger. And I think I had to take a break from it because of my serial, because of my very busy schedule. But recently, I have started learning Kathak again, and currently, I'm giving the exam for the third year. And I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity to do what I love, learn more about it. And Kathak, it does not, like, it's not only about dancing, it's about portraying something, telling a story. So expressions, as you said, are a really important part of it. So Kathak has, I think it has been the base of my acting. Somehow, I think somehow it has been, portraying different emotions like being sad or being happy or being excited about something. All of that has been portrayed through Kathak, through the storytelling. So I think that is, as we call it, abhinay. That is also
Yeah.
acting in one way. So I feel like that is really beautiful.
And honestly, if we would have to cover every single talent or every single aspect of life of yours, it would take us hours and hours and hours. But one of the things that I want to dive deep into is your writing. You wrote a book, which is amazing, because now we are on the same path in that field too. Like, it's just so
Yeah.
amazing. How did that come into your head, and how did you do it?
I think I got it from my dad because ever since me, before starting acting and everything, he has been writing stories, he has been writing scripts, and he has been writing books. And that truly inspired me a lot to, have a creative view on life and, just write down your thoughts. It started as journaling, I think. And that just really transformed into poems, then into stories, then into scripts, and then into my my very own book. I have it with me. So yeah, I think that is something that I learned from my father, and I think that's something that I got from him. Is
Tell us about the book.
okay. So this is my book, The Universe Loves Girls Like You, and I wrote it. I was like, I believe everyone deserves to know about the magic of manifestation, on what you can do just with your own thoughts. Like, if you're dreaming about something, you deeply believe in something, you can achieve it. So, I think that is what I wanted to, portray through this book. I wanted to tell every single girl that has dreamed something or believed in something that you can do it. No dream is too big or too small, and if you set your mind to it, you can definitely do it. And the response has been so great. I've literally received DMs from girls saying that, this has shifted the way that they see life and the way that they were thinking about their dreams and what they believed in. And I find that they have become more confident in themselves and they truly now start believing in themselves and they think that they can achieve what they want.
Exactly. And you mentioned a really beautiful thing, that just imagine what we can do with the power of our own thoughts, our very own thoughts, that we don't have to pay for, that we don't have to work for, that we don't have to go to and ask for. It's just yours. And you are the one to create your own destiny, as we call it. And there's so many examples in the world and you yourself, that manifestation is something that helps you achieve what you want. And it's kind of like a balance of gratitude, positivity, mindful thinking, the law of attraction, and concentration, meditation. All of it kind of comes together to manifest. And it's just amazing that you are able to manifest and you have achieved what you wanted. um how do you just combine everything together, because you have to do a lot, and I know how it feels to do a lot at the same time. How is all of these fields helping you manifest, or how is manifestation helping you achieve all of these fields? What's the connection?
I feel like, as I said, our thoughts. They are the powerhouse of manifestation. I think we have so many thoughts. Whether it's like I want to start a business, whether it's I want to achieve something, I want to learn how to play guitar. So just having having those thoughts, and we think that we might not be able to do that, but it is really important that you have a strong mindset, and you must be willing to accept failure as well, because that is the base of achieving something greater. So, manifesting especially has taught me that you can literally get anything that you want with the power of your thoughts. As I said, if you think of something like, as I said, Kathak, I wasn't able to do it because of my acting journey, but I was still back of my mind. I was like, I really wish I could do it again. There wasn't a second thought. I did it. I started learning Kathak again, and I hope to complete the whole journey and don't leave it in between this time, because I remember doing 2 3 years, I think, in Kathak and then having to put a pause on it. But now I finally resumed it, so I really hope to complete it.
It's amazing because I just hope that everything that you want comes to you, because the purity and the pure intention that you have to also help people and inspire them to achieve what they want in life, and at the same time you yourself want to achieve what you want. It's just, I love how pure your heart is, and how this pure intention is coming together with your manifestation to help you achieve what you want. And I just wish you the best to inspire more people, because that's what I want to do too. And you know what? Let's get together and help all of them.
Definitely.
Also, so definitely for achieving success you need to adapt a lot of things, such as some kind of habits or some mindsets and some strength. So what kind of small habits or mindset shifts kind of help you stay focused and aligned and manifest what you want?
I think whenever we think of doing something, we always think about the cons of it. We don't really focus on the pros of it. We are like, if I join this particular activity, I would have to drive for 2 hours, maybe. I would be stuck in traffic. But you don't look at the side where you gain so much from it. I think when you really want to achieve something, you get that fire in you that I want to do this particular skill, or I want to maybe get an A on it on a test. So you cannot be like, I don't want to study for this. You have to study for this if you want to get it. So something that I've noticed in myself is whenever there is a difficult task, I try to avoid it, but that should not be the case. You should look at what you learn from it, what you gain from it. And that is really important, like whether it's doing my homework or practicing or revising something. It is really important that you do it on that particular time that you've set it for. Because one thing that I really find helpful is that I set a time for something. So maybe 1 hour for study. In that 1 hour, I don't do anything else, but I just study. So after that, I feel like, okay, now I'm free. I can do anything I want, rather than studying for like 5 hours but not even focusing for 20 minutes. I think that's really unproductive. So you should really focus on what you're doing and focus on one thing at a time and just complete it and then move on to the next thing.
Perfect. That's what I was coming to for my next question, but you kind of answered it for me that, productivity is one of the parts that you have to do and concentrate and focus. All of these things they do have to be in your life for you to succeed. It's not just you sitting and thinking wishfully. You don't get anything in a snap of a finger. You do, but it's just you need to make some kind of efforts. I was talking to someone the other day and we said that, you know, the universe is giving you the fuel, but you need to put it in your car and drive it for you to be able to succeed in life, right? So that
Exactly.
fuel that you need is given to you by the universe through manifestation. But the thing that you need to do is make efforts, right? And be successful in life by your own independent efforts. In your ups and downs, right? We talk about journeys and we talk about experiences. There are ups and downs in everyone's lives. But in hard times, many times when you're connected to spirituality, kind of, it helps you a lot to stay positive and stay connected to the universe or to the ultimate power that you believe in. And people ask a lot of times that should I manifest or should I be spiritual? And I tell them that they're not different things. Manifestation and spirituality go hand in
Exactly.
hand. What are your thoughts on this?
I feel like whenever you're down or you're low, even, going to a temple and just sitting there makes me feel at ease. It calms down my mind. And, it makes me believe that, okay, everything is going to be all right. And, that peace and that connection with God, that is what manifestation is. As you said, rightfully so, that they go hand in hand. When you believe in something, like you believe in God and you believe that everything is going to be all right, they will support you no matter what. You take those steps and you achieve what you want.
Yes, amazing, beautiful. If so now it's going towards a little fun side of the podcast, and I have some fun questions for you. If
Okay.
you could play any role or character just for fun, what would the character be?
I think I've watched a movie recently called Enola Holmes, and I found the character, Enola character, very interesting. It was like she's a detective who solves cases like at her fingertips. It's so easy for her. She finds clues, and the way that she finds it is really interesting. Like, she just looks at something and she's like, that does not sit right with me. Maybe that's the issue. So, like, her way of solving a case, that was something peculiar to me. And I was like, okay, that looks nice. And I haven't done a role like that of maybe a detective. So that would be something unique and interesting. So I definitely want to try that.
And I remember I was watching a series called Power of Punch, and it was kind of a really interesting one. And surprisingly, so I saw you on it maybe in the mid of the climax. And I was like, what? Wait a second. So honestly, I mean, I do know that you do a lot of projects, and it's just so common for you to appear in such web series. But the feeling that I get to see you on screen when I did not expect you to see, and it's just so amazing. And you talked about playing a role of a certain character. The character that you did in the series was kind of interesting to me because it was a magical thing. Like you were playing the little version of the mother of the Riva Aurora. I don't remember exactly, but that was kind of what it was, right? So it was just so magical, and it was fantasy. Like it was interesting. So yeah, it's just amazing. All right, so for inspiration, always like when you're in the acting field, you always look up to someone to be like them, or at least be successful as them. Who is your inspiration? Who do you look up to, and why?
I think my inspiration has always been Alia Bhatt. And I have to say, I'm so blessed that I've met her in real life and worked with her. And like that was like a dream come true for me. And I was so surprised to, meet her in person and, see the kind of person she is. She's truly a very kind and gentle hearted person. And it was, it's like meeting your idols. It's always so fascinating and mesmerizing. So I've seen her that her journey also started out as she was younger, and the way that she's done so many roles, the way she's evolved throughout her journey, I find it truly very inspiring. And I would love to do like the work she has done.
Yeah, like she is she's been exposed to many different characters in life, and she has done many other roles that are really interesting and different from each other. And I see why you look up to her, and I'm so happy that you've worked with her. Would you like to mention what kind of work that was?
It was actually an ad for a TVC. So it
Oh
was
yeah.
with her and Ranveer as well, Ranveer Singh. So meeting both of them, that was something that I did not expect. And I was like, I just gave the audition for that. Like, maybe if I get selected, let's see what happens. And I did get selected, and I met her in real life. So that was something that I think I'll always remember.
Yeah, they both are so sweet and so amazing. They're fun to work with, actually. Yeah, because I remember too. How old was I? I was really young. I don't remember. I do not remember like the details of it. I just like on the back of my head, I just remember that I worked with them in a Nickelodeon's award function. I think yes, that was when I met them together, and it was so fun. Yeah, actually, they're just fun to work with. Um, so what's coming up like in your life? What are you planning on doing now? Upcoming projects or creative experiments or dreams you're manifesting or anything? What's going on?
I think there's always something new and something exciting brewing here in my house. And I'm always, looking for new opportunities and everything. But currently, I've just, finished with my 10th, ended my boards. And
Uh
now I
huh.
feel like it's been a few days now since my exams ended. And I feel like, okay, now I'm free. Let's see what we can do next. And I think it's safe to say that I have a few exciting things coming soon, but I don't exactly know when. But there are definitely many things planned and many surprises for everyone. So I'm really excited to tell more about it in the future.
All right, I'm excited about it. I had no clue what's going on, so ooh, okay, I'm excited. I do not honestly do good with suspense, so now I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night. But yeah, but I'm excited for whatever's coming up. All right, so now we move towards a very interesting part of our podcast, which is the fast five round. It is kind of a rapid fire round.
Okay,
I'll ask you five questions, and you'll have to answer in one word or one sentence or anything.
okay.
So yeah, let's just get started with it. You ready?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. So one manifestation technique you truly believe that works.
Truly, I believe works is, writing down what you want. That
Yes,
is really important. You need to write down your thoughts and the things that you want to achieve. That is,
perfect.
I think, a really, really big part.
What does success mean for you in one sentence?
I think success means to me happiness. Basically, when you are successful or something that you achieve, it should bring you happiness. You shouldn't be sad when you're achieving something. You should be like, okay, I did that and I'm really happy.
Right. And one crazy dream we should manifest together.
We should manifest together. Flying to countries, exploring the world. Definitely.
That was the exact thing that was in my mind. Like the world tour, the Europe
Exactly.
trip that we talked about. All
Yeah.
right. So, your go to stress buster after a long day.
My go to stress buster is probably my cat, Snowy. Whenever I enter the room, she literally just lights up my day and I instantly become happy. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. I just, grab her in my arms, cuddle with her, and I think that's my
Oh,
instant mood booster.
all right. After the podcast, I want to see her.
Yes, yes, definitely. She's sleeping right now. So
Oh, okay, okay. That is sweet.
let her wake up and I'll meet you.
Who is more dramatic? Like me or you? Who's more dramatic?
I feel like we both are equally dramatic. We are really
Yeah.
dramatic, I have to say that. But I think it goes hand in hand. It's sort of equal.
Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's you. It's just we're
Exactly.
both together dramatic.
Yeah.
And it's
And
so
together
funny
we're the
when we
most
come together.
dramatic.
It's so funny when we come together.
Exactly.
All right, that's where the rapid fire ends. But before we let you go, there are a couple of more questions. One for the closure, for the audience, for the people who are looking at us right now. What's your secret mantra or tip for staying grounded, confident, and magical?
I think it's always nice and important to remember where you came from, where you were before you achieved something or before you gained something. It's really important to look back and reflect on the people who have helped you, everything that you've achieved, with whose help you've achieved it. So it's really important to, be always grateful to them, like my parents. I'm eternally grateful to them for everything that they've done and they keep on doing it. So it's really important to stay grounded and remember where you came from. And just remember, everyone has their days. So it's really important to, see everything with kind eyes and help everyone around you.
Right, perfect. See everyone with kind eyes. That's like really important to do because when you yourself are positive, the people around you would automatically be the ones that are positive, right? And you meet the
Yes.
same people like you. That's just as we met each other. It was kind of like we were positive and like kind of in the same frequency, and
Yes.
we met because I did not understand that before. But now when I look back and I know a lot, now that am aware of the frequencies and all of this scientific knowledge about manifestation, it's kind of like now I get it. Like, oh, that's why I met her. That's why I did that. That's why I went there. That happens a lot.
Yes.
Last but not the least, this series that I do, Manifest Witchcraft Conversations, this is kind of like a way for me to help people bring themselves forward and achieve success that they need and they want. And I just want to give to people what I have. So, how does this journey, how does this series help people achieve success in their lives?
I think one thing that I've always admired about you, I want to say this first, that whenever you've thought about something, you do it. You do not have a second thought about it. If you're like, maybe I want to start a podcast, you start a podcast. And that's something that I really love about you. And, the way that your energy is, you're always so positive and you're keen on helping people. And I feel like that is the most important attribute that one can have is to help people, inspire others. And I feel like this series is just perfect for that, for believing in yourself more, gaining that confidence, and learning about manifestation even more. So I feel like it's perfect, and I truly admire what you are doing, and it's wonderful.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, honestly, because I know that helping others is always like really good, but then knowing that I'm doing the right thing by helping people and doing the right thing to help people and not going off track is really important for me, and it's really helpful to me that you appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah, I love you.
All right, Akriti, thank you so much for sharing your journey, your fun stories, and all the wisdom that you've gathered along the way. Your energy and the passion and the belief in dreams are truly inspiring. To everyone who's listening right now, remember success isn't just about researching or reaching your goals, it's about enjoying the journey, learning every day, and believing in yourself. Stay curious and stay positive, and keep manifesting the life you truly desire, your dream life. Thank you for tuning into Manifest Wishcraft Conversations. Until next time, keep dreaming big and take your action. Want to say something before we let people leave?
I feel like you said all the right and important things, but you wanted to meet my cat. Let me get
Yes.
her. Okay. She just woke up from a nap. So
Aw,
she is a bit sleepy, but yeah. She also
aw,
wishes
so
that you
sweet.
all achieve the things that you want to achieve and just believe in yourself, stay confident, and live your life happily. I had
Bye.
fun. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye.
Aw, Snowy. Okay. She's sleepy.
Yeah, she just woke up and she was coming towards me, so I just grabbed her.
How's everyone else?
Amazing. Everyone's
Auntie,
well.
uncle, bhaiya.
Everyone's great. Okay.
Thank you. मुझे बहुत मजा आया.
मुझे भी मजा आया. It was really fun.
It was so good. Honestly, it was so good. All right.
चलो बस अब जल्दी रियल लाइफ में भी मिलना है.
हाँ, जल्दी मिलते हैं.